Hi everybody, welcome to another exciting episode of Hot Seat with Penzola. Today I am chatting to Zolisway, who is a musician, songwriter, as well as a performer. And we're talking all things music as a career. Zolisway, how you doing?
I'm good, how are you?
Welcome to Hot Seat with Penzola.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thank you so much for honoring our invite. I really love the sound of your music, but let's before we go there, let's talk about who Zolisway is. Talk to me about who you are, and when did you feel that music is what you want to do?
Geesh, I think I was born with it.
They all
in the womb, because there's no specific time to say I realized it that day.
Yeah,
but I do know a day where I realized that I could sing. Okay. Otherwise, music as a whole has always been in my family.
Okay.
So Uzoli is just the chick from Joburg.
So Zolisway, what's your actual name?
Uzoliwe.
Uzoliwe, okay.
But nobody calls me Zoli except for my mom. But everybody knows me as Zoli.
Okay.
So Sway came about where Gone in 60 Seconds.
Yeah.
Sway in the movie. What's her name?
I remember the movie, but
she had dreadlocks, and I was like watching the movie. I'm like, oh my god, and I fell in love with the attitude and everything about it, and I called myself Sway. So it was literally Sway, and then it went on, and then everybody thought I was that Sway from America.
And I'm
so like, no, I still want to put like some South African vibe in there. So it was like, then it ended up being Zolisway.
Yeah, that's such a beautiful name.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So I sway to the music more, so all the time. So I'm just a chick from Joburg.
Okay.
I'm Pumi, I'm a guy.
Okay, we're in Joburg.
Born in Soweto.
Yeah. Now we're talking.
Born in Soweto, ngakhulele Naledi.
Okay. I'm from Zola, by the way.
Naledi extension, Emba West, where it's station.
Yes. I know where
just
that is.
by Protea.
Okay.
The back of Protea. Ngakhulele lapho, went to Joburg school. Everybody like. Joburg.
Yeah.
And then we moved to Midrand. From there,
so you moved to
Foslo. Now we but yeah, now I'm this side now.
Okay.
I'm a mother. First and foremost. First fun. Umama.
Yeah.
Number 2 is the passion, which is the music.
The music, yeah. Which is why I wanted to talk to you today. I mean, I actually went to one of your listening sessions and I fell in love with your sound. It is very different. And I don't know if South Africans are ready for that kind of sound, right? So let's talk about that. When did it start? I mean, you've already mentioned that music was always part of you and it was part of the family. And I really don't want to go back there. I want to talk about now. Like, when did you start your first album? Or when did you first start writing your first song?
First song was 14, I remember.
You were 14?
Yeah.
Wow.
I've got a book of all my songs in it. It's still there. You put the front and the back and like a sellotape and everything.
But it's still there.
It's still there. So my first song was 14. I've always listened to music, and then I think at that time I was asking myself, but how do people just make the song? You know? And then I was inquisitive in that, so that I also want to like create something, you know? And then my majority of the music that I listen to are my oldies. Yeah, well, my dad used to like have records on records. Like I say, my family is very, very musical oriented. My grandmother used to sing a choir. She used to teach me everything basically. And then my dad back in my records, so like all the time engine music. So Scala back all the way to Marakir 90s, all that stuff. And then recently there's a few songs that you create and you're like, it doesn't feel like me. I don't know, I wanted a sound, you got it in your head but you can't express it. And then I made this
what's inspiring that sound?
It's something I want to create. I don't know. It's inspired by all the songs that I listen to, like what I gel to. So I mean, I gel to normally like R&B, chilled. And the more I used to sing, the more I realized fast songs don't work for my voice. And I can't keep up with the beats. I've been recording Gade, working with people, and then you realize that doesn't work. You sort of learn what sort of works for you. And then these new artists, Naboo, Abuban, Tiana Taylor, they came up with that sort of
the slower.
But vibe in a con. I don't know how to say it, but you can sort of
it's
like
slow, but it's got a vibe. You can move to it, but it's slow. Yeah, it's not quick.
So that was like, oh my god, that completely works. So I
that's
had
the
to
sound
Janae, correct. So I've been working with that and I've been listening to it. It's a Bond. I think It's a Bond for me was like, this is it. Oh my god. And then I got introduced to a producer who actually made the stuff, which was I think 2 years ago. And then I told him what sort of idea I had, It's a Bond, but not really in a corner, this and that. And then so we worked together, and then he gave me, the first song was My Biz, the instrumental. I was like, oh.
Is that the first one you made?
Yes.
Okay.
My Biz, from the Musician EP. Oh my god. This is it. This is the sound. I can't believe I found it. Yeah. And then from then, it's completely history.
Yeah. Now, I mean, you've already mentioned that the music is part of your family, and I'm assuming that when you kind of told your family that you want to go into this business, it wasn't a thing, right? You probably had the support, because in most cases, music, it was never seen as a career. It was always seen as something, you have to have a 9 to 5 and then you can do music as a side, and so what sort of support structure do you have, for this career that you've chosen, and put yourself out there and put your sound, very different sound, to the South African market?
And to be honest, I don't look at it as a support really. They've always known that I sang endlini. But I never complain. Zoli Tula. Like every song like so it was never like a choice for them to say sex support, or even me saying music. The choice was though when I had to go to varsity. My first choice was to do music.
Yeah, that's the story
I did like a whole audition. But I was young, so I got to matric when I was 17.
Okay.
So obviously, I was ukusayina or apply, and it had to go through the parents.
Yeah, the consent of the
first choice. They give you like application form at that time. You had a first choice, second choice, first choice. I'm good in numbers as well.
Okay.
So accounting and math were very good. So my dad was like, accounting, and I'm like, music. At the end, I couldn't sign it off myself, and then he
So you're saying from that point, from a career perspective, the insistence on the parent was that you must do the accounting and accounting.
The normal stuff, yes.
Wow, the normal stuff.
I couldn't do anything about, because at that time I was young and I didn't have the money and all that stuff. But I really wish, to be honest, I wish I did it, but in hindsight, it sort of helped me out, because now I can actually afford to put that money that I get from the math and the job into the passion.
To support the passion.
I don't know how it would have worked out. And so also the two brains, I don't think my two brains can actually work separate, because the analytical works perfectly with the creative as well.
But you see, I want to go back to that word that you said, the normal stuff. You see, this is why the hot seat with Penzola exists, because we want to kind of deconstruct the societal norms, the things that we say are normal. What is not normal about a parent signing off that you must do your music as a study? Because for me, that is normal. But once again, that is how the unwritten rule of maths and accounting, that's much better than music, because there's probably more guarantees that you get. It's more solid.
It's less riskier. Where the music was much more riskier.
And is it
and
still riskier, the music today?
No, if my son said to me he wants to do art stuff, I'm like, for sure. Because I find it difficult to maneuver without being able to live my passion.
Right.
I have to separate myself and do both, and where I feel I would have been much further if I had dedicated all my hours on this craft.
Yeah.
Now it felt like I had to jungle between the two.
Yeah.
This one might not work, and then push, If I had learned and had a degree in music, bruh, I mean, I would have been.
You see,
like,
that's the stuff I'm talking about. We've got to create our new norms. You are now saying, if your son came and said, I want to be a rapper, you would be on some, I'm with you, and you're
but
supported.
we'll do a music degree.
Yes.
Not rapper.
And then I want a degree.
I
Okay.
sense a musical
Okay.
degree. Bese mhlawumbe menjani and hip hop.
Yes.
Something of that sort to ground the foundation. I think at school asisipani.
So sikhona nesikolo la
Yes,
kulo music.
Kamel.
Okay, cool. So quick one. Are you involved in your business side of your music?
Yes, I am. I own my own everything. And because I did the accounting and the tax stuff and whatever, I know the business side of things generally.
Yeah.
And so it wasn't hard for me. It's not really hard for me to figure out or whatever.
Yeah.
So I opt number one is not to basically sign, just to get a marketing deal so that my music can go out there. But I still want to own my stuff. I still want to own material, everything should be mine because it's easier now to just do it. Problem in marketing.
Right. So how are you dealing with that? I'm assuming you're saying problem in marketing. That is your current challenge, right?
Yes.
So how what's the actual challenge with the marketing?
Getting my stuff out there, having people to listen to it, going to a place. Oti, I'm a singer songwriter. Can I perform here? And they be like, what audience are you bringing? Secondly, and it's almost like, who do you know? I know nobody and I don't know anything, and and sometimes you don't know all that stuff, you know what I mean? And then you get there and they were like, what do you bring? I also want this and that. I want a full venue. And you got the material. It's like the material is good, but it's not good enough to people to trust you. I find that abantu are reluctant.
So
and I get the money.
Where have you been? Have you performed? I mean, I did go to one of your live listening sessions, and I think someone advertised it. The poster looked interesting, and I thought, let me go check it out. But I doubt, obviously, not everybody does that.
Sees it.
Not everybody sees it. So how did you pull that off? How are you pulling off what you are currently doing, what you can pull off?
You beg and you call and you message and you message. Every week. I'm like, no, call us next week, and you're like, you're on them. Send me emails, like literally, like the badger people. To the extent where it's like either they give up or back block.
Yeah. Because they can't give you what you're looking for at that point.
Abagwaz.
Sure. This is like saying when someone applies for a job, it's for experience, but you're not being hired.
Exactly.
So where are you supposed to get this experience?
It's literally, and it's just a pity. You would say, music wako, how good it is, unless people actually listen to it.
Yeah.
You understand?
But who are you targeting with your sound?
There's no target. I think my music is very everybody. My son listens to it.
Okay.
He sings it. And on 13. When you're lalela.
Okay, it's not kulum age. So talk to me about your recent release. How's that doing? I know that it's available on all digital platforms, but when we say all digital platforms, which platforms are we talking about? Let's not generalize here. Where can we find it?
So my latest baby.
Yes.
My first one. My debut album is called Musician.
Excited about what today might be. I can't stop the feeling. Oh, sharing my music. The feeling that I get when I'm on stage. It really is something I can really say. It's like musician, it's so beautiful. It makes me sing. Oh, music.
Musician?
Yeah.
What's
What
that
does that
about?
mean? Nobody knows how to say it. I know. The
Yeah,
word does
like
not exist.
No, yeah, I looked for it in the Oxford Dictionary. I was like,
I never say air. That's a word. Everybody's gonna be saying this word anyway.
copyright.
Musician. So for me, I believe in the healing power of music.
Okay,
Yeah. Well, so I feel like music is medicine.
wow.
So noma wena ujabulile ne mongadlali kules other can elevate you. Siyabona. Mau sad uyakhala or uyajabula. Something you have a feeling. Unale remembrance. Oh, that day. Like una emotions as whichever song it is.
Yes.
Khona lawo vela akuthintayo khona angakuthinti, but
Yes.
generally khona iculo elikuthintayo in some way or the other ushaye volume up and then you feel something.
True.
Sad, happy.
Absolutely.
Anginandaba yini.
Yeah.
For me, that's a healing power.
Wow.
So I wanted my music to heal in any way. Noma ngazitholela one lapha ku EP elikufilisa anything. That for me is musician.
There's this one that I like that says, kind of, what is it? I think it says, I like you.
Yeah.
It sounds very personal, that song. Talk to me about that one. I mean, yeah.
I mean, in life, you like people, and then they just maybe like you back, and sometimes they don't. But I just wanted to express that I
That
liked
you.
you. Yeah.
You like you.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's not linked to. Do you ever sing about the experiences
Yeah,
that
for
are
sure,
personal?
for sure. I think Heaven, I Like You, very personal. Most of my biz, I mean, my biz for me was just mind my own business and try to just push the music, whether I'm my likes or not.
You're pushing it, right?
Just follow my biz and drink that water or
Yeah.
smoke that weed. Sunset Sunrise is a chill vibe. I like to hang out with people. So Sunset Sunrise is one of those days I must say masasihlangene sonke ishaye braai smelly sunset
chilling.
and then akuhambeki yabona bese smelly sunrise
Angithi
yabona.
yabona.
Yeah.
Till
It's like
Wow.
music playing the whole time. Musician is just an expression of the album itself, how I feel every time I perform and how music makes me feel. So I'd say literally 90% of the songs there are very personal.
Yeah. Do you smoke weed? And this question comes from my biz. I mean, that's a nice song.
Yeah.
But it does, you must admit, it sets a different kind of tone.
Yeah.
When I was at the live session, like, I just kind of smelt it.
Yeah.
So ugly, and that's all it is. Smoke my weed and then I got feels. Follow me, it is what it is. Smoke my weed and then I got feels. So ugly, and that's all it is. Smoke my weed and then I got feels. Follow me, it is what it is. Smoke my weed and then I got feels.
Because you were like, mind your business. But yeah, it's, I mean, if you don't mind answering that, and if you do, it's okay for you to say you don't want to answer that.
I hang around with a lot of people that smoke weed. Yes.
Okay. I think I like that answer. Okay, cool. So what's the? I mean, I know you haven't actually just started, right? But I mean, I've obviously just went to one session.
Yeah.
It sounds like you've been at it, but you're not where you obviously would like to be, according to what you're saying yet.
Right.
So what's the plan? How are you going to get there?
The plan is to perform more. I'd like to be on radio. I am on clicks.
Okay.
So
What do you
I
do
push-
you in Clicks, the
Clicks
radio
radio,
station?
yeah.
So what do you do on Clicks?
No, they
Or
just play
they
you when
just
you're
play
shopping
music?
and stuff. It's like the
okay.
Clicks radio station.
Okay, so you're part of the playlist.
Yes.
Ah.
So try to get to a lot of playlists. There are a few radio stations that have put me on the playlist.
Okay, that's nice.
So just pushing the emails, literally like
Yeah.
every day going, please.
Hi there.
Again.
Yes.
I follow up.
Can you please play my song? Tell me about the
This is
royalties
the best
though.
thing.
How does that work? And I mean, it's interesting that you're, because I did actually interview a general manager from Samro, and he was explaining to us in terms of how the royalties work. So now that you are on the playlist from Clicks,
Yeah.
you know, that the collection and the receiving of the royalties, are you on top of that?
Yeah, so you
Yeah.
you have to register with Samra, obviously.
Okay.
And
you've
Yeah.
registered all your material, because
Yes.
you spoke about how you own all your material.
yes,
Okay.
under
Okay.
my name.
Yeah.
And obviously it's split with the producer as well. We
Correct.
mustn't take those people out
Yeah,
because
yeah.
they must also get their
They form part
Yeah.
of the product.
Zolisway wouldn't be the musician
Yeah.
wouldn't be if it wasn't for the producer as well.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you get an ISRC number,
Okay.
which you submit to all the radio stations. So every
Yeah.
time they play it, that's where it gets linked to your royalties. So every
Okay.
time it gets played, the royalties get piled up into Samra.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So I'm really glad that you are on top of that, because that is a big thing, and I mean that's one of the reasons I wanted to chat to Collab to kind of educate us a bit around how the ownership and the registering works.
You have to register. And every performance you do, you have to submit and just keep up with it.
Yeah. So
There's
quite a heavy side of admin that comes with that, because usually, I mean, I can only imagine, right, that as an artist, from where we're sitting as audience, we just see you guys as just like performance. You know, I can't imagine you sitting there and doing, you know, the accounting part. But like you're saying, there is that part that you need to do.
Which is great now, because all these platforms have got the online site now. Before you'd had to go and get a form.
Yeah. So
now
now
it's
with
easier.
the technology, I think it's
you,
easier.
you enter your stuff. So it's slow,
Yeah.
but you'll get there. You have to
Yeah.
do it. You have to do it if you want your royalties and stuff.
Yeah, of course. It doesn't want.
But they take quite a long time to pull through, especially
Yeah.
if you're not on radio all the time, you know, because it's still
But at least you
very,
follow
very-
the process. So when
Yeah,
they do come,
yeah.
they will come one day, and that's
for sure,
that.
for sure.
So you've released Musicin. You know, you're doing the best that you can to be out there and perform. You know, whoever is
Please
watching
book.
right now, please book her. Her music is amazing. So what else? I mean, are you collaborating with anyone, or are you just maybe wanting to see how far?
We are one of a collaboration as an audience. That's the thing. Lento le South Africa is not South Africa music industry.
Yeah.
Let me not say that.
Yeah.
Okay, be proper.
The audience, okay. So as in a crowd, basically.
Is in the crowd, yeah. Who you know too. Like I am trying, like I say, no phone, collab. It's almost like okay, but what's in it for me?
What's in it for me?
You know?
I guess.
Then it's like, right, for now, maybe I'm not ready to collab with that specific artist. Maybe I need to grow myself now and figure to that, you know? Because sometimes Mabelana, and then they look at you and be like, I still have to be established a bit. So I'm not in a rush yet. I'd like to collab with a lot of artists versus South Africa, which is my end goal. But for now, I think I just have to show them how serious I am. I mean, having an audience and getting yourself out there also shows how serious you are with it was my saying here's Monday, I'm just waiting for whatever. So the pushing, the talking, the emails, the sending, the begging, all that stuff works with how much do you want it in some weird way. You want to at the same time, you're frustrated. So I am looking to do all of that stuff. I just need to just get a foundation. At least when I say Zolisway, a lot of people know what that name means.
What that name
and
is.
what it is. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Zolisway, thank you so much for joining me on Hot Seat. It was such a pleasure chatting to you. I must say, I love your sound.
Thank you.
I think it's a special sound. And I do think that South Africans will enjoy it. I'm certainly enjoying your music, and I really, really wish you all the best.
Thank you.
In your career. So I do hope to see you performing in more and more places in South Africa, And yeah, I'm hoping to hear more collaborations that are coming up. But yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, good luck.
Cheers. Thank you.
Cheers.
Okay, wait. Please get my stuff on Spotify, iTunes, all streaming platforms. I'm Zolisway and the EP name is Musician. I am so grateful for the opportunity.
You're welcome. Thank you so much. Guys, thank you so much for watching that amazing conversation with Zolisway. I personally love her sound and love her music. The one takeaway from me from this conversation is that, you know, follow your heart, follow your passion. There is a career in every passion, and education is key. Thank you so much for coming through, Zoli. It's been a great one, and please don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. If you do have a question for Zolisway, please drop your question on the comment line. I will definitely ask her to answer your question. It's been a real thing. Cheers for now.